Hello my viewers all over the world, welcome back. You see, Sonia Uche has always been the calm one, soft-spoken, collected, and always keeping things classy no matter what came her way. But this time, she didn't hold back. The whole internet felt the shift the moment she said she was done sparing him. The same Maurice Sam that many fans have linked with her in ways that have never been fully confirmed or denied. The same Maurice that people swore had a special bond with Sonia both on and off screen. Now that bond seems to be dangling by a thread because Sonia has made it clear she's no longer keeping quiet. When she said she wouldn't spare him this time, it wasn't just a random line. It carried fire, history, emotion, and a kind of strength that only comes from being pushed too far. It means she's done covering up, done protecting, done pretending that all is fine when it isn't. Fans are reading between the lines and wondering, what exactly did she spare him from before? Was she protecting his image while quietly hurting behind the scenes? Because the energy in her tone said it all, this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. And that's what makes this moment explosive. For the first time, the quiet one turned into the loud voice of truth. People are now saying Sonia's no longer playing the nice girl, she's playing the real girl. You could literally feel her pain and power in every word. Now the most interesting twist in this gist is how their colleagues reacted. Within hours of Sonia's statement, people who had worked with both her and Maurice started dropping cryptic posts. Some said, the truth always finds its voice. Others wrote, never mistake silence for weakness. And that's when everyone realized, this wasn't just a lover's quarrel. There were insiders who knew exactly what was going on behind closed doors. But why would colleagues step in now? Some people believe it's out of loyalty to Sonia, that they've seen how much she's endured quietly. Others think it's about clout, using the heat of the moment to make themselves trend. And let's be real, some may just want to settle old scores. That's Nollywood for you, one person's pain is another's opportunity. Everyone wants to be the first to reveal something. Suddenly you have people giving half-truths and coded interviews just to look relevant. But here's where the story gets heavier. Fans are divided about Sonia's decision to make her outburst public. Some say she should have handled it privately, that going online makes things messy. But others are saying, what if she already tried privately and nothing changed? What if she stayed quiet too long and this was her only way to be heard? Public confrontation is risky, especially when your image is built on calmness and grace. Once you step into the arena of outrage, you can't control how people interpret your tone. But sometimes silence is more damaging than noise. Sonia probably realized that the only way to reclaim her peace was to speak her truth. Yes, it may affect her professional relationships, but at least now she's free from the weight of pretending. There's also the power shift happening here. For years, Maurice has been seen as the confident, bold, and in-control figure. He often dominated their joint interviews, while Sonia stayed reserved. But this new move flipped everything. Now, she's the one in control. She's commanding the narrative, setting the tone, and the world is listening to her. You can feel the empowerment radiating from her every move. She's no longer the background peacekeeper, she's the main story. Public confrontations like this always reveal something bigger. It's not just about Sonia and Maurice anymore, it's about every woman in the industry who has had to smile through disrespect. Her decision to speak up has made her a symbol of self-worth and courage. And that's why this moment has everyone glued to their screens. But let's ask the big question, how much of this is real emotion, and how much is controlled performance? Sonia is an actress, and like every great actor, she knows how to use her expressions. Still, when you look at her reaction, it doesn't feel rehearsed. There's no overacting, no drama for the camera, just raw emotion. That's why it hits so hard. You can tell this isn't publicity, it's personal. That said, in Nollywood, even personal truth can become good PR. Some fans believe the timing of her outburst might not be coincidental, she has upcoming projects, after all. But whether intentional or not, her truth has given her a new level of relevance. Her name is everywhere. People who never watched her movies before are now binge-watching to understand who this Queen turned firestorm really is. But we can't ignore the collateral damage. Every public confrontation breaks something behind the scenes. There are producers now wondering if they can still cast Sonia and Maurice in the same movie. They are mutual friends torn between loyalty and business. The film industry thrives on partnerships, and this feud has drawn invisible lines. Some actors, like Pearl Watt and Ruth Codry, have been subtly liking Sonia's post, signaling quiet support. Others have stayed completely silent, not wanting to offend either side. And silence in Nollywood always means more than words. It means people are calculating, observing, waiting to see where the wind blows before picking a side. It's sad but true, controversy creates distance. Yet, at the same time, it builds power. Sonia's stance has earned her new respect from fans who once thought she was too quiet. She's now being seen as someone who can stand her ground, who can say enough even when the world is watching. Now, the timing of all this is interesting. This didn't just happen out of nowhere. Something triggered her, something small but deep enough to reopen old wounds. Maybe it was an interview where Maurice said too much or a comment from another actor that reignited the tension. Sometimes, it only takes one spark for bottled frustration to explode. People close to them say Sonia had been holding back for too long. She was tired of being misunderstood, tired of pretending that every rumor was baseless. This time, she chose her peace over the narrative. And honestly, can you blame her? Everyone reaches a point where silence feels like self-betrayal. Now let's talk about forgiveness. After a confrontation this public, is there room to fix things? Maybe, but not the same way. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconnection. Sometimes it's just closure. Fans want accountability. They want Maurice to admit if he crossed the line, to clear the air without deflecting. Because if he ignores it, people will assume guilt by silence. For Sonia, forgiveness might not even be the goal anymore. It looks like she's moved beyond wanting apologies, she just wants peace. And in the long run, peace is far louder than revenge. But the biggest question now is about their future collaborations. Can they ever share a screen again? The chemistry they had made fans fall in love with their movies. But that chemistry was built on trust, and right now that trust looks fractured. Producers might hesitate to take the risk. One awkward scene could expose everything. But then again, sometimes real tension translates into magic on screen. Maybe that's what keeps them both valuable. Sonia's new image as the strong, outspoken woman may even attract different kinds of roles, bolder, more layered, more powerful. Maurice, on the other hand, might have to rebuild public trust, reminding fans that he's still the same charming actor they fell for. In showbiz, the wheel spins fast. Today's villain can be tomorrow's hero if he handles it right. But let's be honest, this saga has changed both of them. It's not just a celebrity spat, it's a wake-up call for the entire industry. It's made other actors think twice before letting private issues spill into the public eye. And it's made upcoming stars realize that fame without boundaries is dangerous. The lesson here is simple: protect your peace, but don't let silence destroy your self-worth. Sonia's story proves that sometimes speaking up is not about revenge, it's about recovery. It's about finally choosing yourself. If you're an upcoming actor watching this, take note. Keep your relationships private, but don't let anyone misuse your silence. The world respects grace, but it also respects strength. And when your peace is threatened, never be afraid to draw your line. Let me pause right here to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to Gistwait TV yet, what are you waiting for? This is where we break down what others only whisper about. Hit that notification bell now, because the next gist we're cooking will shake tables across the industry. Back to the matter. Sonia's action may have seemed shocking, but it's also liberating. For years, people painted her as too calm to fight back, but this time she proved that calm doesn't mean weak. It means controlled power. When she finally spoke, she didn't scream, she spoke with precision. That's what scared everyone: the control, the confidence, the closure. And that's why this gist keeps trending. It's not just the drama, it's the message. She's teaching every woman, every man, every creative out there that peace isn't the absence of noise, it's the decision to stop entertaining what disturbs your soul. Right now, Sonia looks freer than ever. She's glowing, unbothered, moving forward like someone who has finally released a heavy weight. Maurice hasn't said much publicly, but silence too is a statement. Maybe he's processing. Maybe he's letting time do the healing. Or maybe, he knows that anything he says now could fuel the fire. Whatever happens next, one thing is sure, this moment has changed the game. Sonia Uche isn't the same actress we knew a few months ago. She's stronger, bolder, and unafraid. Maurice Sam isn't untouched either, he's learning that fame without accountability is fragile. And as for Nollywood, it's watching, learning, and buzzing louder than ever. So, my people, what do you think? Did Sonia overreact or did she simply refuse to keep pretending? Is this the kind of boldness that will inspire more truth-telling in Nollywood, or will it scare others into silence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's gist about it the gist way TV way, raw, real, and fearless. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because we're just getting started. The next story coming will make you see your favorite stars in ways you've never imagined. Stay tuned, stay alert, and remember, every calm person has a breaking point, and when they finally speak, their truth shakes the world.